What's going on, Geminites? It's your boy GemMint, back at you with another Omnibus haul. Stay tuned. Alright guys, got a pretty decent haul here today. We got the Marvel 80th Anniversary poster book. I'm a sucker for these poster books. I flipped through this one and it has a lot of great covers, and there's a couple things I do like about this. So let's just take a look at it. Alright guys, you know me, nothing fancy, jump right into it. Let's take a look at the poster book for the 80th anniversary. So this had a price tag of $24.99. In stock had it, a little bit discounted. And a lot of the material in here I have had collected in other poster books. But what I like what they did here is that they didn't print them front and back, right? So the first page is kind of, because you would never display this anyway. And this is a cool Mutant Massacre Virgin cover. You get Marvel Comics #1, and look, nothing on the back. So the other poster book I had a lot of covers like these, but they all had black borders, and they had front and back. So sometimes you would have two good ones, and you're like, damn, which one do I display? So a lot of these I have posters for, like full-size posters, but FF1, Avengers 1, Amazing Spider-Man 39, Fantastic Four 112. I would have rather had the first meeting of them. I like that cover better. I think it's issue like, damn, I can't remember, 15 or something. Giant Size 1, Days of Future Past 1, Uncanny X-Men 141. You have Daredevil 181, which is what, Death of Elektra? Or is it? Secret Wars 1 is a nice one. This is a nice one. This big McFarlane Spider-Man 1. You get that Uncanny 268 classic cover. Infinity Gauntlet #1. This one is sick, man. I got to figure out what I can decorate with these, man. Maybe behind the statues or something. What is this, like a Joe Quesada Daredevil? Not one that I would display. Iron Man. It looks like, is it Adigranov maybe? An early Adigranov? Civil War 1, Michael Turner. Not my favorite, but it's pretty cool. This was a waste, and so was this. For me, at least. Black Panther, nah, I'm not really into the character. The Venom one is cool. It looks like the Donny Cates version, or is that Bagley? I don't know who drew that. And you get this Thor piece. So, pretty cool poster book. Oh, it tells you, yeah, Iron Man was Adigranov. Yeah, Venom 1 was Ryan Stegman. That's during the Venom stuff. I mean, the Donny Cates stuff. Daredevil is Joe Quesada. Alright guys, next up, I picked up 3 trades for fee. This is the Rogue and Gambit trade paperback Ring of Fire that leads into Mr. and Mrs. X volumes 1 and 2. Gambit and Rogue are her favorite characters. We saw some single issues at our local comic shop, and I decided to get her the trades. So we'll probably both read them and do a little video on them. But let's take a look at Rogue and Gambit. I figured we could just take a look at all these at once here. So, like I said, Ring of Fire. This run leads into Mr. and Mrs. X. This collects Rogue and Gambit 1 through 5. $16 cover price. Looks like it has pretty nice modern artwork. Actually, I like how they did Rogue a lot. Oh, that's what we're here for. Alright, then Mr. and Mrs. X. Here's volume 1. And I guess it just collects that title, issues 1 through 6. And then issues 7 through 12. So, being it's her favorite characters, I figured she would be into it, and we would check it out. Alright, so since I started picking up single issues again, I wanted to get caught up on a couple of runs, and everyone was saying Donny Cates' Guardians of the Galaxy was one I had to get caught up on. I actually started reading this last night. I think I just read the first issue, but it collects issues 1 through 6 of this current run. So far, so good, and let's take a look at it. Alright, Guardians Volume 1 by Donny Cates, collecting the first 6 issues of the run. So far, it's pretty interesting. I was a little inebriated when I started reading it last night, but You know, it's a Marvel Cosmic written by Donny Cates. See here, I'm on issue 2. I got my receipt bookmark. Thanos is dead. It looks like he's going to be resurrected in someone's body. I don't know who it's going to be. I'm guessing Groot, because this whole thing is supposedly leading up to the death of Groot. Donnie was pretty excited about it when we talked to him in El Paso, so I figured I would jump on it and start picking it up in singles once I get caught up. All right, as some of you may know, I have been picking up the Hellblazer trade paperbacks. These are volumes 3 and 4. I read 1 and 2, and then I had to get this Turtles book, and I needed to make the order over 50 for free shipping, so I just got these 3 books together and picked up Hellblazer, the next Hellblazer volumes. It looks like Delano's still the writer, but it says Morrison on the 4th volume, and Gaiman, so maybe we start getting a different direction in the 4th book here. But I've been enjoying Hellblazer so far. I'm excited to keep it going. Alright, so volumes 3 and 4, Hellblazer, John Constantine. So Jaime Delano is the writer here, and then he also writes in this one, but I see Grant Morrison, Neil Gaiman. So, like I said, I guess we're going to get into kind of different creative teams here, which is cool. I mean, I like Delano. There were some stories I didn't like in the 2nd volume with, like, that whole traveling back to medieval times storyline or whatever that was. But it's 90s Vertigo art, exactly what you would expect. It's very similar to Sandman or any of those Vertigo titles at the time. It does feel like Hellboy in a sense that it's kind of like random stories. It's not like one big overarching story. So I'm interested to see if it ends up becoming that. But I'm down for the ride. I'm up for the challenge. 22 or so trade paperbacks. 300 issues. Alright, got the TMNT Volume 9, Deluxe Edition from IDW. I probably will try to read this ASAP and knock out a video for it. It collects 67 through 72 of the ongoing, plus Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Universe 9 through 15. My boy Slash on the front. I like the color and I like the look of this book. And I like adding to the collection on these TMNTs, man. Alright, so I'm up to date on Turtles as far as deluxe editions. I didn't like how some of the deluxe editions were a lot of miniseries, but this one gets back to the core title, so I'm excited to see how they advanced on that. Like I mentioned, 67 through 72. Then Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Universe, which, you know, I don't know why they ended up splitting and doing that title, but it is what it is. We'll just keep following it. Staying with the same kind of table of contents. You got Slash right in the beginning. Looking pretty good so far. I want to hurry up and read this and stay on top of these. I don't want to get too far behind in these deluxe editions and lose interest. So I'm not really a fan of this kind of fantasy art. Like, I don't know. It's kind of childlike. I'm not really into it. Got a built-in ribbon in these books. Oh, Yosagyo Jimbo. Tie-in. See, the art does bounce back and forth. I don't really like that, to be honest. That's pretty cool. Alright, first omnibus on the list. We got the Stan Lee, Steve Ditko, Masters of Suspense, Volume 1. This is pre-Hero Silver Age stuff, before Fantastic Four #1, before Hulk #1. And it's just classic material. You get this pretty cool image on the dust jacket. And as always with these hardcover editions, man, you know we got to stretch that spine. Listen to this. You can just feel it start to relax. It collects a lot of issues from Journey into Mystery, Strange Tales, Journey into Unknown Worlds, Mystery Tales, Two Gun Western, World of Suspense. Just a lot of Stan and Steve stuff that they did in the... it's probably the early 60s, maybe late 50s. Masters of Suspense. So, pretty colorful dust jacket, showing off Steve Ditko artwork. On the back, you got this nervous fella. $100 cover price on this. But I believe it was like 50% off through in-stock trades. You get some blurbs here about Stan and Steve. Kind of like their Godzilla vs. King Kong for Marvel, you know? I like the classic artwork. I like to collect it. Not a book that I'm going to rush to read, but it's nice to have as like historical issues, you know, before the Marvel heroes took off. They had a lot of prototype characters in these early books, like a version of Hulk that would later really become the Hulk, or Groot. They had like a prototype version of Uncle Ben and Aunt May. And these, I don't know if it's in this book, but in the pre-Heroes Marvel stuff. And I like how it's cleaned up. It looks like, you know, the pages are clean. It's on white paper. It looks nice. All right, last up, the Joker Bronze Age Omnibus by DC Comics. There was a lot of question on whether this was even going to come out. And it looks like DC has switched up the dust jacket for the kind of bronze, silver, gold age Omnis. And I don't know if this is going to be a continual thing. It kind of messes up the feng shui that we had going on here. And the pages feel... This book is very light. It feels like a novel. It has a all-black cover, but on the back actually has this embossed Joker. You could probably see it good on the camera. Let's look at this paper here. So there was a lot of question on whether there was going to be any recoloring on this, because they did that with the Neil Adams Batman Omnibus, and I can tell you right now, there has not been any recoloring. This is all original coloring in the book. And it's on like a construction paper, kind of a lightweight paper kind of feel. I don't know why they ended up going that route, but I don't really mind it. So I guess what I'll do with this Joker book, I probably won't put it in the Bronze Age books. I'll probably just file it like alphabetically in the J area, because the spine is way different. It's, I guess, more of a Joker book than a Bronze Age book. I don't know. I do like how they put all the covers on the back. I think that's the first time we've seen them do this. Includes the lost, previously unpublished Joker 10. That's pretty cool. $100 on the cover price. We got it half off. Collects a bunch of Batman issues, Brave and the Bold, DC Comics Presents, Detective, Justice League of America. It collects the Joker 1 through 10 run and the Wonder Woman issues that all have Joker stories. So looking at the inside of the dust jacket, they are promoting all the other Bronze Age Omnibus. So I guess this is supposed to go with that collection. Damn. But how do you change up the cover, man? That's crazy. At least give us an option and do like a DM variant, right? That's crazy. Alright, so here you can see the Joker on the front and on the spine. And then this on the back, which is a nice touch. I'm glad they actually switched that up a little bit. But like I said, look at the paper. You can see they're even like a little bit like a vanilla color. They're not like high gloss white. They feel like cardboard. It feels like... Yeah, it feels like construction paper. That's what I meant to say. But you can see all the artwork is untouched, original coloring. It looks great. Bronze Age Joker does look nice. See what the front looks like. You got a table of contents. We got a forward here. Who's this by? Oh, Danny O'Neill. So, the binding is pretty good. It looks like you have sewn binding mixed with glued binding. I mean, this is coming off a little bit, but that's not a big deal. Bottom line is the pages are all on the ribbon, really nice like. And it's a lightweight book. I wonder why they decided to do that with this. I don't think the other Bronze Age books have this kind of paper material, and why don't they do it for all their big ass books that are 1,000 pounds? Anyway, that's DC for you. All right, guys, so that's the haul for today. Good little selection of books here. I'm reading a couple things at once right now. I'm wrapping up the Miles Morales Omnibus. I'm also reading Absolute Transmetropolitan Volume 1, which is unlike anything I've ever read before. I did get caught up on the Immortal Hulk trades, reading the Donny Cates Guardians trade, and I got to start reading Hellblazer Volume 3. So I'm juggling a couple of things at once here. I do plan on reading Teen Titans by Jeff Johns, Omnibus, and Death Note or Vagabond or Vinland Saga. We'll pick up one of the mangas too. Kind of got to get caught up. And after reading as much as I have from the Miles Morales Omnibus, I really kind of want to reread the Jonathan Hickman Secret Wars run. Maybe even the Companion as well. But I read it in single issues, but I'm kind of interested to go back to it and read it like with fresh eyes. Let me know what you guys think about the haul in the comments below. Make sure to drop that like and subscribe to the channel. We're dropping daily content, and it's always minty fresh. Peace.